We're trying to combine some of the new technologies that are coming out in the gaming industry to help people who have mental health problems.
So, Dr. Rizvi,
Yeah.
how many of these patients will be seen today?
Everywhere. All
Every
of
single one? Gosh.
Till last patient.
More than 1 in 4 people worldwide will have a mental health problem at some point in their lives. The treatment ranges from psychotherapy to medication to the more extreme electroconvulsive therapy. But there is still so much about the mind that we don't understand, and the treatments aren't always effective. I'm Louise Peeling in London, UK, where a group of researchers hope gaming technology could help revolutionise our approach to mental health.
High like a plane, not a kite. High as a soul when I fly. High like the moon in the night.
Hi, Mika.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Inside.
Alika Agidi-Jeffs is an up-and-coming musician recording at Key Changes Studios here in London. 3 years ago, he started experiencing psychosis and was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. One of his early manic episodes was caught on camera and posted online.
By someone else. I can tell
The clip was watched by millions.
It was definitely a tipping point. That made me say I don't want to be seen, because I thought everywhere I go, being looked at as some clown and being like fully mocked, it started making me just think, okay, well, if that's the way the world works, let me just hide away. Like, I can't fight them. So, over 2 million people viewed that clip of me on the tube. But what they didn't know is that I was actually going through a lot of anxiety, depression, and basically having a manic episode, having a breakdown. I was basically starting to have very dark suicidal thoughts, starting to think about like beating myself, like the fact that I started started telling myself that the world would be a better place without me, and that my family will be better off without me. I really started to believe that.
It's like to live in this kind of environment where
It's
stress
really
is
rough.
underneath it. If you're not born with it, you're bound to get what you don't have to say nothing yet.
You will wake up to nothing turned into something that's
Now
not
using your name for its function. Irony put it behind after it's been in front. Suicidal thoughts, similar to a young chipmunk. I climbed back in some hours later and it has got...
ABC. Yeah, let me just turn it down. It gets a bit too much, but basically, the song goes on, and it literally talks about the whole thing, right through to getting carried down the stairs, to being in the hospital, to seeing and feeling myself acting different. This was the darkest moment in my life, but I guess it's led to another painting, another creation.
Family is where this started, family is where it started. And now I'm in a hospital bath, and last thing I saw was my mum laughing. I think they drugged me, had to call my workplace the next morning asking if I could take the day off like I'm...
Millions of people worldwide, like Alika, who've experienced mental illness, face a challenging path to recovery. But a group of researchers hope new tools could improve on traditional treatments and even help stop people reaching crisis point. Which brings us to computer games.
Hi, Lucia. We're trying to combine some of the new technologies that are coming out in the gaming industry to help people who have mental health problems. And one of the interesting new developments is the use of virtual reality. So this is just a game, and it's called a roller coaster. So as you can see, it's very light.
It's really light.
So is it comfortable? Can you see?
It is.
Can you see it in 3D?
I can. I can see some hands holding on.
Yeah, if you pretend those are your hands, it will immerse you even further. And again, if you look left or right, you will see it.
Oh no, I don't like doing that. Am I going to get my photo taken to get it at the end? It's incredible how it tricks your mind and body. Studies show that 3D virtual reality can trigger the same mental and physical reactions as in real life. It's this immersive quality that Lucia hopes to harness.
If you see somebody looking at you, and for you that's a trigger to become anxious, for example, that also will be triggered in a virtual reality environment. Your heart will go faster, you might start sweating. That's when it becomes interesting.
To use this gaming technology for therapy, Lucia has access to a cutting-edge virtual reality lab at King's College Hospital. Its motion sensors allow the user to walk through the imaginary environments she's had designed. Today, Alika has agreed to come and test it out.
Put this over your head and just hold it in front of your eyes so that it's comfortable to you.
That was so weird. So there's the bus.
Yeah, that's the bus.
Those two guys look weird. These two guys are still talking.
Try to bend your knees if you want to see how, for example, smaller people or a child would look like. That's how they will see the world, you see?
That looks so cool. Oh my God, that feels so real. Why is it not there? Yo, okay, that's so cool.
And then I'm gonna start the bus. And what I'd like you to do while you're in the bus is try to make an impression of what the people in the bus think about you and what you think about them. Move around as you like.
For people with conditions like psychosis or schizophrenia, taking crowded public transport is a common trigger for symptoms, such as thinking people are talking about them or laughing at them. But often when patients are remembering past events like these, it can be hard for their therapist to tell what really happened. This virtual scenario gives Lucia a controlled way to test whether her patients are having paranoid thoughts and to explore the causes of their distress.
And did you notice anybody in the bus or any behaviors of any of the people?
Yeah,
in
the
the
guy
bus?
who kept on touching his arm, definitely. I just thought weird. Then I thought he looks angry. But then up close, which was the last time, he looks like he might be going through some sort of pain.
We will encourage you to go and explore the situation and see whether is it indeed
actually
somebody who
something,
is dodgy, in which case it's good to stay away, or whether it's more
actually-
maybe you jump into a conclusion.
Exactly, which is what it was for me.
Unlike in ordinary therapy, Lucia can witness patients having these experiences firsthand and help them to understand and adapt their reactions. And as therapists get more control over these virtual environments, they can treat people by exposing them to situations they find particularly stressful, like taking the underground.
So we developed a virtual reality train. It's been broken down in steps so that people can practice with each single step. If you were having, for example, a panic attack, I could make this a bit blurry and hearing your heartbeat and seeing a bit dizzy like it's happening now. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you hear it as well? You know, like when somebody's panicking a little bit. And then again, make it down again. So now you're approaching the train. So
This guy seems to be following me.
yeah.
I'm getting anxious.
If you're too anxious and you want to stop, you need to
Oh, no,
tell
no,
us,
no, no.
okay, at any time. That's it, and you go and buy your ticket.
Okay.
And then assuming you've done that and you're comfortable, you then move down to the next one, which is going down to the
Oh,
train.
that makes sense, because now the guy who was behind me is in front
Is
of
in
me.
front, exactly. So that's
it's
a good
'cause I
opportunity.
bought my ticket and he's obviously just kept on walking.
And it's a
which
good
is
opportunity for you to experience that the guy
Yeah.
was not following you, but was
Exactly.
actually just going the same direction.
Exactly.
And that's when you enter the underground. You can look around and have a
quite
feeling.
packed.
Yes, much more packed than the bus earlier, isn't it? And it will be the time when the doors close, which again is a bit scary for some people. Now you're in the underground.
Wow, that was so cool, isn't it? Wow. This could be like a perfect thing to be used on patients before they become outpatients.
Maybe thinking back about when you were becoming unwell,
Yeah.
it's also maybe something that one could use to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
prevent from
To prevent
becoming
it, exactly,
unwell.
that's what I'm saying. So it could be the type of thing that would actually help me already stabilize and cope. It could be a perfect coping mechanism.
And now Lucia hopes to push the therapeutic potential of the technology even further.
It's not unfeasible that in the nearby future the therapist could be one of the avatars in the virtual world.
Chill, you ain't met another brother like me still. I don't pop money when I say I got pill. Asking how a young winner keep it this real. Girl, I do it for
Like till now, I still try not to go around telling people, hey, hi, I'm bipolar. Because my name's still a Lee card. A lot of people say, I am this, I am that. It's like, no, that's not what you are. You are what you are, first of all, and you have this. Or you've got a diagnosis of this, but that's not what you are. Because if you keep on calling yourself that, that's literally what you will become.
It's still early days with only a handful of researchers such as Lucia offering virtual reality treatment. But used under the careful guidance of a trained medical therapist, it's already helping people with paranoia, post-traumatic stress disorder and anxiety to get their lives back.
The public healthcare system in Pakistan, as in many developing countries, struggles with a lack of resources. The result is that specialist medical treatment, such as organ transplant, is out of reach of many of the poorest and the most in need. Yet here at the Sindh Institute of Urology and Transplantation, one man's passion means that today, more than 1 million patients a year receive top-class medical treatment at no cost. I'm Dr. Javed Abdulmunaim in Karachi, Pakistan, to meet the doctor who has spent the last 40 years providing free healthcare to those who need it most. Kidney disease is a huge health issue in Pakistan, compounded by poor diets and sanitation within the population. In 1972, Dr. Adib Rizvi set up a small urology unit in Karachi to deal with this issue. Inspired by the National Health Service of the UK, his goal from the beginning was to offer this treatment absolutely free to everybody. Dr. Rizvi.
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Fine.
Are you well?
Oh, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good, I'm excited. Thank you for having us. SIUT has grown from just an 8-bed ward to now offer 650 beds in 9 separate centres across Pakistan, and today is the largest health organisation in the country. So, Dr. Rizvi,
Yeah.
how many of these patients will be seen today?
Everywhere. All
Every
of
single one. Gosh.
Till last patient. Our patients from all over the country. And you cannot say no to anybody. How can you say? No. Somebody comes to you, Javed, you are a doctor, and he's coming for life. The people who come with renal failure, actually they're dying. If you don't dialyze them for 3-4 days, they quietly disappear. You see the number of the patient here. Actually it is overflowing. Nobody has provided any facility, and you have to pay for everything. And they cannot afford.
I have to admit, I'm actually shocked to see so many
and
and so
this
many young
definitely I
patients.
wanted to show you.
Yeah. At age 75, Dr. Rizvi still works 7 days a week to keep pace with the numbers of people expecting medical attention on a daily basis. It's going quite quickly.
Chronic kidney disease because of lower tract problem.
Yeah.
And he came from Afghanistan for renal transplantation workup.
We get a lot of patients from Afghanistan.
Really?
Oh, yes.
But I mean, it's a long way from here. It's not just
Yeah, but
that's
they
the other
come,
end
they
of the
go.
country.
Can't they haven't got the facilities there.
And you will
No.
take him in as a patient. Doesn't matter he's from
No, no.
Afghanistan. Wow. And the treatment will be free.
Oh yes, everything.
Absolutely free of charge. Good, welcome.
Dialysis started here.
Really, in this room?
Yeah.
In which year?
I started in 79.
But at that time, was all the treatment in here free of charge?
Always.
Even from the beginning?
From the day one.
How did you manage that?
Big borrow steel.
Big borrow steel. SIUT now receives some government funding, but it relies predominantly on money and equipment donated by individuals and organisations from within the country and some from overseas. So what made you become a doctor in the first place?
But frankly speaking, I had no intention to become doctor. I was going to be engineer. My elder brother was supposed to be doctor. But unfortunately, he drowned
Oh,
at swimming. For the sake of my mother, I opted from math to biology. And so I became a doctor.
So you've got an engineer's mind.
Well, I haven't got any mind.
One patient who is currently on dialysis and in need of a transplant is 35-year-old Asif, whose sister Musarrat has agreed to donate her kidney. Asif works as a tailor to support his family in one of the poorest parts of Karachi city. Hello.
Good.
Hi Asif, how are you? You good?
Thank you.
Hello everybody.
My brother, my children.
Hello. How are you all? Yeah, we're going to go in here. Shoes off? Shoes off? Right. So Asif, what does it mean for you to be able to have this transplant?
सर एक नई जिंदगी मिलना एक नई जिंदगी मिलना ये हमारे लिए हुआ है क्योंकि इतना किडनी फेलियर हो गई डायलिसिस पर थे डायलिसिस पर मेरी एक हेल्प थी अब डायलिसिस होते होते वीक हो गया
Are you scared about tomorrow?
सर नो
No?
तो सर
Good.
खौफ क्या वो सर छोटे छोटे बच्चे इनके लिए जीना है आगे चलना है तो खौफ नहीं है आगे जीना है
Okay.
हाँ डरना नहीं है लड़ना है बहुत अच्छा हमारे घर ट्रीटमेंट होता है और कोई चीज़ की कोई पैसा अभी तक कोई खर्चा नहीं हुआ है हमारा सर नो एक्सपेंस खर्चा बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते थे खर्च यानी पैसे नहीं थे इतने हमारे पास
But you need to get back to work. That's why this is very important. Mustarad, how are you feeling about tomorrow?
बस जब ये तबीयत खराब हुई ना कि जब थोड़ा वो दुख हुआ था इसकी वजह से एक ही अपने भाई के लिए नेकी करने जा रही हूँ
And Madar, how do you feel about tomorrow?
दुआ कर रहे हैं हम तो बस वही कर रहे हैं
How do you feel
बच्ची
about...
के लिए हमें तो दोनों बच्चे मेरे थे एक हुआ मेरे लिए तो बहुत अल्लाह कामयाब करे बस आप लोग करें
Inshallah, tomorrow will be fine. No problem tomorrow. Later in the week, Asif and Musarrat attend SIUT for surgery. Hi Musarrat, how are you? Good? You ready? How are you feeling? Good? Relaxed? Excellent. Okay, well, good luck. So Musarrat's going to go into theatres now, and obviously we have to harvest her kidney. So she's going to have the anaesthesia on the table in theatre. She's already been washed. We'll go through. There are two teams of operating surgeons. One team removes Musarrat's donor kidney and the other implants it into the recipient, Asif. Kidneys filter waste products from the blood before converting them into urine. The hope is that after transplant, Asif will no longer need dialysis to rid his body of waste. You good? How are you? You're okay? You look nervous. Okay. So at one point, both the surgeries are going simultaneously. Dr. Rizvi oversees both teams. So back to Musarrat's theatre here. Just exposing the kidney now. Are you happy so far with how it's going?
Oh yes.
You're keeping an eye on the surgeon.
Oh, actually now they are so expert that they keep an eye on me.
Oh, is that right?
Right.
While surgeons continue to work with Musarrat, Dr. Rizvi makes preparations for Asif's operation. So in all theatres, this is like...
We are going to establish a location
Yes.
and the blood vessels where this kidney will be placed.
Okay.
But this is known as we are preparing the bed.
Preparing
for
the bed.
kidney. This is artery.
And it's beating, isn't it? It's
It
pulsatile.
is beating, yes, pulsatile. And that's the vein. So the artery of the donor's kidney is going to be hooked up with the artery of the recipient.
Yep.
And the vein of the donor is going to be hooked up with the vein of the recipient.
Yep.
Then for urine, the ureter will be connected with the bladder here.
Through there.
Are you ready, sir? Are you ready?
And
At the vein they are taking an artery.
so it's free. Musarrat's kidney has been successfully removed and is now being prepared for Asif's transplant. How long is your ischemia time, Prof?
Should not be more than half an hour. So the cold solution is going. It will wash all the blood out.
Yes.
And kidney will be cool, become very cool. So the metabolic demand will
reduce. How many cases have you done so far? What's your running
this is the
total?
number?
Oh, that's the number. 4,525.
Yes.
Cool.
He will remember his number.
Yeah, he will forever.
And if you see kidney is getting whiter and whiter, so all the blood is being washed out.
Oh, I see. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Rizvi and his team carried out Pakistan's first kidney transplant in 1985.
First time we did the first case, we didn't tell anybody. We were tense.
Yeah.
Because we had been asked not to do anything like that. And so we blocked the telephone line, we closed the ward. Nobody knew what was going on.
Oh, really?
And we did the first transplant. And we were very lucky. Urine started pouring.
Wow. There's been some changes since then?
Lot of changes. Lot of changes. Because we try to follow the technology. One theatre to another.
The team worked fast to connect Musarrat's kidney to Asif's vein and artery.
That is, you see, that's the vein. The vein which has been connected, and the artery which has been connected.
And now this is the kidney
The
reperfusing.
kidney, the perfusing.
No longer looks white there because the blood has gone through, is that right? And
Yes.
that's the ureter?
That's the ureter.
Look at that. All the urine dripping out. So that's the kidney working.
It's the liquid gold.
And of course, Prof, if this kidney didn't work and he didn't have dialysis, what would his survival have been?
Oh, nil.
Do you think he would have found this treatment anywhere else?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
They resigned to death.
The following day, Asif and Musarrat are recovering in the post-operation ward. Musarrat, how are you doing?
He's doing fine.
Yeah? Is she in any pain?
दर्द हो रहा है दर्द minimal pain.
Little bit.
कैसा लगा तुम्हें जब अभी मिले भाई से?
Bye-bye. Thank you. There he is. How are you feeling, Asif?
कैसे लग रहा है?
माशाल्लाह
Mashallah.
Feeling much better now.
Good.
डॉक्टर साहब की मेहरबानी हो हॉस्पिटल की हुए इन्होंने इतना हमारा केयर करा ये है कि हॉस्पिटल की वजह से बस दुआ जिंदगी मिल गई हमें एकदम उम्मीद खो बैठे
I
थे
got second life.
Oh, it's amazing. And what about your mother?
मदद दुआ कर रही है घर पे बैठी
After 6
She's
days.
still praying.
Spray hand at home.
Oh. Keep
All
well.
the time on it.
इंशाल्लाह
Take care. Bye-bye. Asif and Musarrat will join the list of thousands of transplant recipients and donors who will receive lifelong support following their surgery. Meanwhile, Dr. Rizvi and his team continue striving to keep up with the ever-increasing demand for the medical treatments that SIUT offer. You've done so much already.
I don't know. I don't think.
No?
Retirement with death.
No.
That's my life. But what I'm doing under my wing, I'm training the surgeons who are better than me. And so there will never be a vacuum. Every human being, irrespective of his caste, color, creed, or religious belief, just because he's a human being, has got a right to access healthcare free with dignity.